Hello and welcome back to EPIC47 Championship Saturday for Starcraft 2. I'm excited.
I'm excited. It's going to be a fantastic day of Starcraft here in Canberra.
It is going to be good. And once again, I have Brumario with me, who is helping me cast out this first game. And then you've got a game to play after this as well.
I do indeed, yes.
Probably on stream.
Probably.
So, we have a very exciting day. I think we can go to the bracket right quickly. There we go. And this is our top 8 for EPIC47. We have Hino, Veni, SIGGE, MOLTEN, AC, Avalak, Zion, and Brumario.
Yeah, lots of good Zerg still left,
Yep.
of course. Not entirely unexpected. I think coming into this, Hino is still high favourites for the entire tournament.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, got a difficult run to make.
Yeah. This is still all up for grabs. It could basically be anybody at this point, and I love that.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, we've got the lower bracket as well for people that drop down, which are going to be an interesting series. A lot of very close competitive games, I feel, this afternoon.
We're going to be following the upper bracket as much as we can. We are going to be doing two games of the round of 8. Then we're going to be doing both the semi-finals, and then we'll be doing winners' finals before heading in and following up the lower bracket. And then once the lower bracket is completed, we'll be taking a quick break. That'll probably be around 6, 7 p.m. And then we'll be taking a break until 9 p.m. And that's when the finals will be. And we are all ready to go into game number 1. I'm just checking the players are actually ready. Both players are ready. So we are going to get this kicked off. And it's going to start with a PvP, a mirror matchup. And it's a good mirror matchup, all right? I don't want to hear none of this.
Two very interesting players.
Yep.
Obviously, MOLTEN, resident of Epic Land.
Yeah, he basically lives here.
And SIGGE coming all the way from Sweden.
Sweden, yeah. Having an excellent performance in his first Epic LAN. He is a reasonably strong player himself, and plays Osu as well. You know?
Yeah, he's in
fact,
an international Osu competition this evening.
There's an international Osu where he is playing. No, the British team is playing Kazakhstan, and they are playing. I don't know who's he's playing. Germany or something? He's playing something. Anyway, we hope he wins. We're rooting for him. And that is this man spawning down in the bottom right as the blue Protoss. It is SIGGE.
And spawning in the top left position, spawning as a red Protoss player from Team Goldmasters, MOLTEN.
The owner of Team Goldmasters, is it not?
Yeah.
How did that come to be? Do you have a story on that?
The previous owners took a step back.
Fair.
And MOLTEN was, you could say, the right place at the right time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Just bringing us back to this game.
Yeah.
SIGGE has an interesting play style in PvP.
Yeah, no wall off is also
so
red
I
flag.
played best of 5 against him yesterday.
Yep.
Which went 3-2 to SIGGE, and he did this in every game. He tries to go one gate expand,
right?
But he builds his gateways in his main base rather than at the ramp.
Yeah, typically it's walled like this, like how MOLTEN is doing it. Yeah.
And he sat next to me at Nando's last night.
Oh,
SIGGE.
nice, yeah.
So we asked him the question, why do you play like this? And he's like, well, if I'm honest, it's what I'm used to doing in PvT against Terran. And my muscle memory is I just
Too
do
good.
it. Yeah.
Okay, this first probe.
That's not a good start there by MOLTEN. Losing that probe, you're supposed to put a pylon down to block this.
Yeah.
That's why you send it across then. And yeah, terrible start there by MOLTEN.
First blood coming out to SIGGE. Being able to get that hit there, and the killer probe is going across the map. He wants more. So now, technically, MOLTEN didn't see the Nexus go down. You can assume that that's what it is because he scouted everything.
Yeah.
Do you think in PvP, if I ever get into this position, I feel like I have to all in? Is that correct? Like I feel if you just take a natural behind this, you're just behind, or
it's difficult. So I feel. And just as I was about to explain this, SIGGE's done what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I feel SIGGE is so prepared for an all-in now.
Yeah.
He's going to drop that robo. He's going to play defensive. He's going to play batteries because he's expecting what you've just said. Another way that you can approach this is to try and get a fast Nexus as fast as you can yourself and drop a Stargate because they don't expect it. So go 2 Oracles, go across, try and get some probe damage to mitigate the fact that SIGGE got that early expansion out. But we do actually see 2 Adepts coming out here. He obviously highlighted the fact that SIGGE hasn't got a wall at the ramp. He's going to go 2 Adepts and try and see if he can get some damage done.
I think there will, because while there is a shield battery in the natural, 2 shield batteries actually,
Yeah.
so the Adepts can't fight here, but the Adepts can just run past. But no, a second Adept is already out actually. So as soon as Siggy sees the shades from Molten, he'll just shade follow.
Unless Siggy shades these out now, which it doesn't look like he's going to. He could actually block this with shades himself, but he doesn't. He actually misses that, and they're actually going to get in here, and they're going to actually get quite a bit of damage, I imagine, done here.
Yeah, you want at least 4 or 5 probes there, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, 4 actually. 5. Okay, good. Maybe even a 6.
6 probes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice start. It equalises up, but Molten's Nexus is only just going down.
Yeah, interesting proxy pylon here. He's doing something tricky. This feels DT.
This feels DTs, which I don't like. I presume he's just scouted the Robo in the main base.
That's exactly how it looks.
With his Adepts.
Yeah.
So I'd be very, very surprised if he actually drops this Dark Shrine in the corner.
Twilight is only just halfway done, so we've got a little bit of time to figure out before that. We do have 2 Adepts from Siggy coming across the map. Again, it feels quite bold because he hasn't scouted the natural. So if this was like a big 4-gate all-in or something, there's actually a chance that these units being out of position would be deadly. So
yeah, and Ziggy likes doing this as well. Nice spot here by Molten.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
These 2 Adepts from Ziggy aren't going to get done. But he also sees the proxy pylon from Ziggy.
Yeah, so you can see the aggression.
And Ziggy really likes doing this. He likes to fake pressure.
Okay.
While taking his third behind this. So it's kind of, right, I'm here, I'm going to do some damage, while also taking a third base.
Yeah, well, he is definitely posturing very strongly, because now there's an Immortal across. And this is a very ragtag bunch of units. 1 Immortal, 1 Adept, 1 Stalker, 2 Sentries.
Yeah, and there's not going to be Blink done. Molten's choosing to go for charge instead. And you know, Molten just does no army for this.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a shield battery at home. He does have the Sentry. If he can overcharge the Sentry energy, he can get a few force fields.
2 more Sentries coming in. But this is a dangerous attack here coming out over Ziggy.
Yeah, the 1 Immortal makes it so dangerous in terms of like the DPS output.
Yeah.
But luckily, Molten is able to hold. Right now, we're looking at the unit count. It is a significant worker advantage for Siggy. And like you say, yeah, he's in this like very non-committed aggression into a third base. So yeah, you called it exactly right as you played him yesterday.
Oh, I don't like Molten moving out here. This is a terrible move out by Molten. Charge isn't done yet. He's got no Zealots, and these Stalker and Sentries are just going to get snipes.
Yeah, he's putting everything in to try and kill this Immortal, and he does just get it, but at what cost? The caster question.
And he's still warping in Stalkers, even though charge is done.
I think, is he trying to hide it? Is this like a big charge? Oh, actually, he can't hide it now. Yeah. Adept is actually going to get in and be very annoying, but he can't focus on that.
I think this is just going to be too much damage here for Molten. I don't see a world where he'll just probes are pulled.
He's actually preparing for a counter-attack on the other side, but this is a really devastating situation. We do have the Adept in the main as well. It's all starting to fall apart, and sometimes you just got to focus on holding, and sometimes you got to focus on attacking, but Molten's not unfortunately able to do the attack part at the moment.
If he'd have warped in them aggressive Zealots at home, he'd have been able to clean this up.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, yes, some damage is going to be nice at the other side of a map, but recall's going to come in.
The Adept has been dealt with by a pro pull.
It's 47 workers to 20.
It is thing. But we do have a proxy pylon here, and aggressive Warpim's now coming in. But Molten is now on the back foot and really has to make some critical damage happen here. Getting the third is not enough.
Yeah, it's a start, but as you said, it's not enough. You know, we're so far behind.
I love this. Just a wall. Just like a wall. That's what beats charge lots. There's a wall and 1 force field here.
And you know what I would not hate by Ziggy? I mean, he's going to be able to hold this, which is really nice. Molten should not be committing into here.
Yeah.
But even if we saw Glaives coming out here by Ziggy, I would not hate it. Yeah. He's got that Twilight Council down, but nothing researching just quite yet.
Yeah, and meanwhile, in the background, Molten is remaking probes, so he is considering a sort of like an economic comeback. However, 3 Adepts coming into the natural. Oh no! This proxy pylon is still active on the map that Molten did see earlier, but was unable to move out and be able to crush forwards.
Yep.
And now, once again, Molten is having to struggle with the shade that's about to complete. And 3 Zealots here, but okay, Ziggy is trying to focus down workers, which might be worse in the overall.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters. Ziggy's doing
so
his
damage,
standard, taking a random base in the map when he doesn't necessarily need to.
What I noticed from casting this man yesterday was that nothing stops him expanding. He's just like, I'm gonna it's that time. I better expand.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 4th Nexus coming down, as Molten he's gonna fully send it here with charge lots, but I just don't see a world where this gets anything done.
Yeah, it's such a hard position to break, and like I say, he's so low on workers that Yeah, and this is not a hard wall, but this is a 1-hex wall.
Well played here by SIGGE.
But again, this is tournament day, championship Saturday.
Yep.
Players do not want to. Oh, he finds that. Oh, but if he. Oh, I thought the other arm, the rest of the arm was moving.
Yeah, the only way that MOLTEN would have ever won here is if SIGGE decides, you know what, I'm going to go across the map.
Yeah, and
caught out.
He gets
in the map.
swallowed up by the ball of Zealot.
But I just don't see how this could ever work.
And MOLTEN is now, like I say, it's like he's checking for the third base, checking to make sure there isn't another base, but he hasn't actually checked down here whether it is. And oh, was this a recall? This must have been a recall to the for this base. Yeah, next recall's on cooldown. And again, these adepts that got out around the map and saw the army, because they got away, they now get to come in here. These 3 adepts already killed one set of, these 2 zealots already killed one set of adepts. They're going to do for another. Absolutely a cost-effective zealots defeating that counter, but the damage has been ridiculous. 2
damage. MOLTEN's down to 15 workers against the 55 of SIGGE.
That is a brutal.
And actually, SIGGE's moving out here, and this is a lot of Stalkers, but if MOLTEN ever had a chance in this game, it's now. He needs to just fully send this now.
He's going to try and get us around on it, or maybe he's going to try and run through. No.
This is play. He needs to go chase them Stalkers, try and get them down as much as possible.
I think, and recall is on cooldown. We know that. MOLTEN doesn't know that. A lot of these Stalkers are just going to die. They're going to trade out, but not very effectively.
Yeah, nice catch here by MOLTEN. I mean, even losing the entirety of these Stalkers, I mean, he might be able to save 4
with
the Warp
Prism.
Prism, but he's just ignoring it at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the Stalkers are quite slippery, but this is like quite a micro-intensive thing to have to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. MOLTEN can just essentially A-move this.
Yeah, this is... Exactly, and he might need to as the... Oh, no, this Prism is not doing anything just yet. Oh, some great sentry usage, and again, just shaving off that thing, and as we can see, he hasn't been super cost effective even, and he's behind on money. So this is why the half the supply is what it is.
And the thing is, that's pretty much everything that MOLTEN dreamed of in this game. You know,
yeah,
the
that
army
was
coming out, getting us around, and you know, it still wasn't anywhere near what it needed to be for him in this game, unfortunately.
And game number 1 looking to be wrapping up now. However, MOLTEN is going to try and do a base race with Zealots here. Zealots are absolutely king units when it comes to like base racing and like tearing down buildings. So, but he's splitting his units.
Okay, units, which is nice. But does MOLTEN? But he's going for a 4th base again now, SIGGE.
Yeah.
You know, base trade is coming in. Is like, you know what? My opponent's on 8 workers. Time to drop a 4th Nexus.
Yes. So funnily enough, SIGGE obviously doesn't know about this in the corner here, but MOLTEN doesn't know about this whole base. So
yeah, exactly.
It is. Oh, and there's that Dark Shrine coming in. I love it.
Yeah, no robo by MOLTEN, no resources to build one particularly.
Yeah, it's the checkmate on top of the checkmate. Unfortunately, it's pretty brutal. But again, I like MOLTEN's out here fighting. You know, he doesn't want to go down. This is his best chance to win this game now at this point.
Yeah.
A very low tech army.
And you know, I don't dislike the style that MOLTEN tried here. As SIGGE is about to try and place a Nexus here, but realises Gateway's in the way.
And MOLTEN's now revealed anyway, gets to build another Nexus.
Yeah.
SIGGE got the investment in the Nexus's portfolio. I don't know, what's the plural Nexus? Nexi?
Nexi, I imagine,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate what MOLTEN tried here. You know, he knows how SIGGE plays.
Yeah.
But I just think, you know, losing the workers that he did with the Adepts.
And is there going to be a time for a GG? Or is he...
I think he's just going to be eliminated here.
If there wasn't this base and there wasn't anything else, like, it'd be close. But he does aim to get the GG. He knows what's going on. Yeah. All right, very scrappy game there from game number 1 of this series. We love to see it. MOLTEN putting up a strong fight after, frankly, not a good opening.
Yeah, and, you know, losing that initial probe really set the tone for this game.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going across the map to deny that 1 gate expand, you need to be dropping a pylon, you need to be dropping a cyber core to delay it, force the opponent to make a decision. Do I stay with a 1 gate? Do I drop a 2nd gate? Where do I go? And he just lost it to the probe.
That is exactly it, and that's a really unfortunate way to do, because obviously he knew that he had it patrolling.
Yep.
You want to patrol it as long as possible before you commit the pylon, but just that split-second thing meant that it didn't quite work.
Yeah.
So we will have to see now what happens. We are trying to create the lobby, but neither player is accepting, which makes me worry that it's something on my end.
Perhaps they're both still looking at a replay potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
Molten's trying to figure out what went wrong.
Yeah,
I think he can look at the first 30 seconds of that game and say, yep, I lost my probe.
And then he kind of committed to something and it just kind of couldn't work out. But again, we should point out, very good control from SIGGE. Very he doesn't seem like a very intensive micro player, but his just general game plan is very solid.
I think his position is usually good. I think he understands the game quite well, and he just comes, as he said, with a plan and knows what he wants to do.
That is exactly it. Well, we're going to see how that mentally affects Molten going into game number 2, and whether he can start pulling back, come back. Technically, he is the underdog in the series. He's the lower rated player. However, like I say, I know he's a fairly confident player, especially he's done a lot of tournament stuff. So I'm really hoping to see him bring this back. All right, let's make sure both the players are ready. They are both ready, and we're going to be going into game number 2.
Molten wasn't particularly looking forward to the series so much.
Oh, yeah?
His PvP isn't his strongest at the moment.
Okay, yeah, fair.
It was definitely, I think, he'd probably preferred to play against Zion.
Okay,
again. But yeah, we'll see what game 2 has in store for us.
Yeah, let's see if it's going to be proxy 2 gate forward,
He
was doing that a lot yesterday.
He was, yeah.
But I doubt it'll be, actually it can work in this matchup, so maybe. But it is. So yeah, we're 1-0 up for the man in the bottom right here, spawning once again as the blue Protoss player. It is SIGGE.
And spawning in the top left positions, playing for Team Gold Masters, it is MOLTEN.
On Ruby Rock, this has been very popular so far this season. A very very standard-esque kind of map,
Yeah, very standard map, quite balanced. Quite a long distance between natural and natural. Takes kind of an odd path.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
But overall, one of the more standard maps that we have in the map pool.
Yeah. So I'm trying to wonder, is there any way to really hardcore take advantage of this kind of setup? Because SIGGE also doesn't scout early, so you could potentially even do proxy 2 gate, but do proxy 2 gate where you get a cyber core there as well, and you just build 2 adepts there. Something that is really unorthodox and you wouldn't do normally. But
I think that could go well. I think also I like the adept that Molten did. I think typically when people play this sort of style in the main, it's somewhat of a bait because they're going to go Stargate.
Yeah.
So they get 2 adepts in the base, but there's an oracle waiting for them.
Ah, yes, yeah, okay.
But SIGGE doesn't play like that. So I think just the 2 adepts. But we do actually see a change up here coming out of SIGGE, and he is putting that second gateway down.
He put that second gateway down before the probe actually sort of revealed itself. So he was clearly this game, at least build order-wise, very happy to go into a 2-gate versus a 2-gate game.
Yeah, I would imagine this, based on my series against him yesterday, I would expect SIGGE to be going Blink rather than opening Robo. But SIGGE is a man of his own creations, so we'll have to see what he comes up with.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So he gets in and he scouts around 2 minutes, so that's just when the cyber core finishes up. So there isn't actually that much he can do. So again, unless it was a proxy 4 gate, which maybe he can then he can positionally play against. I feel like there must be some major weakness to this, but
yeah, I think Molten's going to be up to no good in this game again.
Well, he's looking up to no good because he's got a probe on the map again.
Yeah. Typically, you keep that scouting probe at your opponent's base. Try and put a pylon down, see what your opponent's first 2 units are.
Yep.
Try and potentially delay the Nexus going down. But Molten's not interested in it in the slightest. He's like, nope, I want to get that probe out. I want it safe.
Well, so far we have a pretty similar game. Well, actually, no, I suppose, Molten has done the exact same thing.
Yep.
He's gone 2 adepts, and actually SIGGE is out on the map. He's waiting to jump on the 2 adepts. But what he doesn't realise is that Molten, either through luck or judgment, has gone a different path.
Yeah, and if Molten's on top of his micro E, he's going to be able to block out SIGGE's adepts while also going in himself.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge moment here. This probe needs to pay attention, and he does.
And Molten's adepts are just going to walk in.
Yeah, because they can't do it. So, instant recall on that, which is very smart to help save his own.
2, 3, 4 workers going down.
Yeah.
Just for 4.
Yeah, I think 4 is about what you should expect there.
Yeah, nice start here by Molten, as we do see that blink now coming in. And I spoke to Molten a bit about my series against him.
Yeah.
And suggested that if he does go 2 gate, he would go blink. And there's a potential that you could go Dark Shrine.
Okay, yeah.
So I imagine that's potentially what we might see as we actually see eventually Forge coming out here as well by MOLTEN.
Yeah. Versus these kind of players, it's, my PvP is also not the best, but I really like actually going to a Robo and just taking a really fast third.
Yeah.
And then going, all right, come try and pick me apart with your Blink Stalkers. I've got an Immortal. I've got units everywhere.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Obviously that's not happening. Again, MOLTEN's going for this like proxy gate, but like proxy gate so it doesn't look like he's got as much production as he has got.
Yeah, but there's no Blink on the way, there's no Charge on the way, there's no Dark Shrine on the way, as we do now get the Dark Shrine, but it is quite late. And typically, you know, Ziggy's dropping that third base. The next building that he's going to drop is the Robo.
Yeah. So are these DTs going to be online in time? And the answer is possibly not. Again, we do have a Hallucinated Scout. It's going to come in and see this third before it pops. Good stuff.
Nice scout here by MOLTEN. I'm not sure if we've actually seen Ziggy hallucinate scout yet.
I don't think so, because he's been just sent. He got a probe in at the start.
Yeah.
But yeah, he never got round and saw this.
I just find this playstyle of Ziggy, you know, quite crazy. You know, no scouting. He's got 4 sentries to scout with. He's no idea what he's up against.
Yeah. He's banking the energy for like in case there's an all-in. But I don't know. Yeah, I think at least one hallucinated scout would be really good to have here.
Yeah. MOLTEN pressuring a little bit. He's going to actually lose his first 2 stalkers here, which isn't great.
Yeah, they get picked off for free because they walked up the ramp and there was got a bit of force field energy. But again, this is the hallucinations that SIGGE hasn't used.
Yep.
And SIGGE is not actually seemingly all that scared. And he maybe he should be now the DTs are starting to come in. Robo's not quite finished yet, but...
I think he'll be fine. The DTs are coming from far away. There's still no third base down for MOLTEN.
Yeah, this has got to be... Again, you'd think this would be ringing alarm bells for SIGGE, but he hasn't checked. So there's no alarm bells to be ringing. Is this going to go get the pylon? Oh, no, it won't get the pylon.
With a battery in there.
And the battery is there, yeah.
I think
so he should just go for probes.
He's going to get in, potentially get 4 or 5 probes before the observer pops.
Yeah, meanwhile, there is a counterattack from Stalkers coming in here, going to be running in. Quick reactions from SIGGE. He is scouting with Stalkers to see the potential third. There's now a bit of a scramble going on here as well. He's going to be able to blink away. Shouldn't lose anything because he has Blink Stalkers here, but he is focused on elsewhere, so he is unable to. Probe a bit. Oh no, probe pull because 2 Adepts got in. Again, SIGGE causing chaos, but then another Dark Templar here. So scrambly fights on both sides here. And MOLTEN does get the better exchange in terms of workers killed, but he's also down a base. Yeah, so it's...
He's now researching Charge, and I have to say, I wonder if he thought he was researching it before, because, you know, typically after your DT harass, that's when you hit.
Yeah, you want to be hitting as immediate. So he's going to go for a third. Again, this might be because the charge was delayed, and now he's like, well, it's worth just taking a third.
It is nice. He's going to be starting +2. Already got that +1 coming out. Ziggy hasn't even got a Forge down, I don't believe, yet, so that is nice.
Yeah, the upgrade advantage is going to be huge. But this Phoenix misses the army that's actually moving out.
Yeah,
and it is only Stalkers.
It is, but with no charge and no blink yourself, it's going to be a difficult all this to keep your third alive.
Yeah, I think SIGGE's just going to pick off a Stalker and blink back. Yeah, and he'll just do that again and again. And that value over time really does add up in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely.
Once again, we do have... Oh, no, there's a hallucination coming in there.
Early Twilight Archives coming down here from MOLTEN. I don't dislike it, but he's just not in a position economically to really manage that yet.
Yeah, like I say, he's been struggling to keep up with work in the work account, even though he's been doing a decent job harassing the workers. Yeah, now he's zoned himself out of this Nexus, so the Nexus is going to tank a bunch of damage. But once the shield battery is finished, he is going to be able to walk in here, and I don't think the Nexus is going to be forced to cancel. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. With good micro, I think Ziggy will keep pressure in here, just try and shave off as many units as he can.
Yeah. Charge is done and that gets revealed. That might be a bit of a flag to pull back, but however, no, he's actually putting a proxy gate. He's setting an outhouse up here. Again, I really like how Ziggy walks in, kills something, then tries to blink back.
Yeah, definitely.
That wasn't the best trade. That ended up not being the best trade for him, but it's fine. +2 is nearly done for MOLTEN, so the upgrade advantage is pretty big.
Yeah, and if MOLTEN does stabilize here, you know, with Charge like Archon, he's going to have a big advantage going into the later games of this.
Yeah.
But it's just surviving now. 2 seconds until +2 is done.
Okay, he's got a Warping of Zealots at the top here.
This is nice, this by MOLTEN. If Ziggy looks at this army and thinks, you know what, I can blink on that.
Just jump on top of it. Again, SIGGE aggressively expanding on the sort of like 3 o'clock side, but we want to watch this fight for now, so we'll keep on this. He is going to be able to start pushing this back. Blinks
but in
forward.
the meantime, he's absolutely ravaged Molten's natural base. I don't know if there's Zealots or Adepts that have gotten in. Zealots. But Molten hasn't reacted to him. I'm losing 12 probes already here. But Molten's just going to have to send it.
Yeah, I think that this is the time I have to send it. SIGGE very methodical with his sort of like poking and prodding.
Yeah.
And now...
and there is a world where this works. It is +2 against nothing.
No upgrades, yeah. But all these Stalkers need to get up here. And again, the sentries work. Oh, they are able to force fit out. Probes get pulled off the line. That's going to be able to tank enough damage. And SIGGE are now able to take a convincing fight.
Just too much there for SIGGE.
Yeah.
I think, you know, he built that economic position up. He got that much faster third. He got his infrastructure down. He got his gateways. And yes, it was down 2 upgrades, but, you know, the army was bigger than Molten.
Exactly, yeah. And SIGGE is an absolute truck in this matchup, it seems. He just like he does his thing, he expands, and anything you do to try to stop him is getting thwarted.
Yeah, he essentially covers all bases.
Yeah, that's a really scary situation. SIGGE looking very solid. I actually felt he played games versus, was it Veni yesterday?
Yep.
And I felt in those games he looked a bit more shaky, like he didn't know sort of like where he was. But man, in PvP he seems to like really be confident with where he is. Let me see what map is going to be map number 3. It is going to be Tourmaline. So let's pull this map up. Maybe give Molten a second to sort of think about what he wants to do here, because again, it feels like the general game plan has been the same both games, but SIGGE's now beat it in 2 different ways. So
yeah, I feel Molten's probably thinking, well, what do I do now? You know, he came with a plan. It's not worked. Does he continue game 3, or does he try and spice it up a little bit more?
Yeah, well, now it feels really risky because, like I said, this is a best of 5, so this is match point for the for SIGGE, and Molten is threatening to go down to the lowest bracket. And really, yeah, it's a case of now it feels very risky. If you go for a 2-gate forge and it gets shut down, it feels silly. If you go for anything like really hard specific counter and then he doesn't do it, it's high risk, low reward at the moment. Okay, let's flip those player names around and do that. Okay, so this is a best of 5. Spawning from Sweden, but travelling all the way over to the UK. Spawning in the top right, looking dominant so far in this round of 8 match. It is SIGGE.
And spawning in the bottom left position. Currently looking at going down to the lower elimination bracket. In the red, it is Molten.
Spam this. What one's Molten actually? Molten's a tough one. We need him. We need chat. We need you to give Molten your energy right now. We need that badly. Put your hands in the air. We're going to gather a spirit bomb. As SIGGE once again does the delayed scout and just like paranoid thing. Yeah, I wonder what you could do to take advantage of this. What about, do you know, here's the real cheeky thing. And you could do it on this map, right?
Proxy 2-gate in the main
base. In their main base, yeah. You just
Naniwa style.
Yeah, just like, absolutely. If I play SIGGE, that's what I'm going to do, all right? Proxy 2-gating him in base. And like, you can't keep getting away with this.
It's crazy to me that he does this every single game.
Yeah. I do like this sort of style, and I've fell into this trap on ladder before, right? Where somebody goes, they do go 2-gate in thing with no ramp, and they're so used to dealing with like whatever comes in that they actually hard counter it. Molten's going out for an early pylon this game. This is going to be his second pylon is going to be proxied, and I want to see this to be a robo. It's a bit far away for a robo.
I would love for this to be a robo if it was any other player than Molten.
Okay.
In that he does not proxy robo.
Oh, okay.
You know, he's not experiencing it. He's openly said himself he wishes he knew how to proxy robo.
Okay, he needs a crash course on proxy robo.
Game 3 in the series, 2-0 down.
Yeah.
Is this really the time to be doing something untested and unplayed?
Well, what do you think it's going to be? Proxy 3rd gate or a Stargate?
I would like to see the Stargate. I think he'd be more comfortable with that, but I think it'll be a robo.
Okay, fair enough. Well, funnily enough, SIGGE hasn't actually bothered to go around the map and check that this second pylon is here. Like, he hasn't actually seen it. It was late, so he would have been able to tell, but it doesn't matter to him. Like, and it's proxy robo. Yeah, I agree. Let's just send it. Did he do any scouting this game? Yeah, he's gone in, so it's 2-gate. Okay.
And SIGGE just plays the game kind of single-player mode.
Yeah, he really does.
He's like, you know what? You have your game, I'll have my game.
He is such an example of like what you'd say to players when like if they're like trying to get up to how do I get to diamond, and you're like just do your build, do it well, and deal with whatever comes. And SIGGE is exactly doing that at 5.2k. We do have MOLTEN posturing with Stalkers out on the map. He wanted to catch any adepts that were coming across. But each game, SIGGE has done something slightly different off the opening.
Yeah.
Now Stalker Sentry.
But the important thing to note here is that SIGGE lost his scouting probe to the two Stalkers. Yeah. He doesn't know that MOLTEN hasn't gone Nexus.
For Nexus, yeah. And he also, and like I was pointing out earlier, he didn't check the second pylon. So, yeah. He is playing, this is as blind as possible.
Yeah, and we do see the robo coming in for SIGGE. Changing up from last game, which is good for him. It's a bit delayed, and MOLTEN is going to be able to hit with this Immortal.
But also, no batteries this game. Oh, no, one battery there, sorry.
One battery. And this isn't particularly enough. I mean, to defend this for SIGGE, you really probably need to go for Warp Prism first, so that you can have that micro potential against the Immortal. But it's going to be a difficult hold here.
So interesting, he went up to the top left before coming around here. I wonder if he's checked the replays quickly and saw that MOLTEN keeps putting pylons in the corner of the map.
And he's going to come in now and realise there's no Nexus
and now once
alarm bells.
I think once you see that, another 1-2 shield batteries down here.
Yeah.
Like and you I'd actually chrono boost a observer. I'd be worried this is DTs. MOLTEN now going for that Warp Prism. He's got 2 Immortals here. Could be a very strong push. How good are the force fields going to be? That is going to be key in defending this push.
And here we go for MOLTEN. Snipes the first Stalker straight away, but there's so many sentries here.
Yeah, MOLTEN trying to ram his way through. He's trying to like just kill as much as he can before, so there can't be any more.
Probes are going to have to be pulled here, but first Immortal's out by SIGGE here. But there's already so much damage done by MOLTEN when his reinforcement. But there is no reinforcements on the way for MOLTEN.
There is not. There is a War Prism mad be finished up, but yeah, again, everything is out by his proxy, so unable to immediately deal with that. And now it's 1 base versus 2 base, and yeah.
Well, short and sweet.
Short and sweet. MOLTEN went out swinging. He was like, right, we're gonna do the thing that got Hydra back the last series.
And you know, the start of it looked good. You know, he started trading well. He had 2 Immortals against the 1. But with reinforcements so far away, there was no Warp Prism for MOLTEN, and I think just the, you could see that he's never played that build particularly before.
It was a bit tough, and actually SIGGE used the overcharge on a sentry to get extra force field, so the battery was out of energy and there was no more energy. I think sometimes people prefer going 1 Immortal, 1 Warp Prism, then you start the push, you rally the second Immortal in, and then you can micro the Warp Prism.
And I think that's definitely the best way to go about this.
Okay, I also don't proxy robo very often, but I've seen it done that way. And again, SIGGE giving a clinic in PvP of just opening your own style, and not really able to take full advantage of the kind of quirky play style.
Yeah, I like what MOLTEN tried, but SIGGE just had the better of him today.
He is good. That is going to be game number 1. You're going to be going up for game number 2. We're going to have you versus Zion. That's it.
Yep.
As we have our lovely production bringing up the bracket here. So I'll let you go and do that. If you want to send MOLTEN over for his interview and and casting, he's going to be generously casting the next bracket.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Bromeria.